출발할게. 부릉부릉.
There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus? I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
How did they find me? I shook my head to say no. I'd been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군.
Thank God I'm a clinking mechanism and not a clinking machine, because machines should just stay machines. I nodded. I should feel like an idiot.
매끄럽군.
Yes.
다들 이렇게 몸짓으로만 말하면 안 되는 건가? 어떻게 생각하지, 파우스토 씨?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요. 저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air.
단테.
That's me. Dante? Well, I guess that's me, but that's not... is it really me? Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Can I not choose my own name? Can I not create an account name? Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier and that Virgil, that Virgil or whatever it was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
Faust also speaks of herself in third person, which makes it both cute and slightly weird. It really can, but how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꾸어서 생긴 건가요? 성대나 혀 따위의 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건 시대착오적인 이야기죠.
Anachronistic, right? Never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고 모두에게 전달할 수도 있답니다. 모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요. 수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
Sinners?
당신의 뒤에 앉아있는, 방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운 사람들을 말하는 겁니다.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
So how do they explain away that I have assembled them all already, but why can I not use all of them? I wonder.
아, 형씨, 머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
당신이었군요. 당신 덕에 박살나 있던 척추가 말끔하게 돌아왔어요. 혹시 둥지에서 의사일이라도 했나요?
다들 닥쳐라. 잡음이 겹치는 것만큼 불쾌한 것도 없으니 자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군. 그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
에이, 왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지. 앞에 나서는 이제 진절머리가 나는데. 당신이 우리를 이끌... 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
He said the word. He said the word. I'm a manager again. Oh, finally. Manager?
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지 굉장히 궁금했는데 말이야. 역시 뭔가 말을 만드는 건 어려워.
Yeah, I feel ya.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법이니까. 나는 그레고르라고 한다. 잘 부탁한다고, 관리자 양반.
I'm Gregor. We're in this together, Manager Bird. The sin is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts or the whole of his body to transform into insectile, notably akin to a carapace, resembling that of the... I don't know, tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we'd recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. I am a clock. He sometimes uses cynical language, but you can still be reasoned with, and you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. It says Ungeziefer up there, which is like, oh, what's the English word? Oh god, I can't. It's worse than insect, but whatever. Enter doesn't work here.
그래, 양반이 뭐야 양반이. 이제부터 우리한테 엄청난 돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테.
그래?
Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는 단테. 이름으로 부를게. 당신도 나를 로제라고 불러.
Rhodia. I sure wish I Rhodia already. Let's see, what's better than okay. The unfortunate traits of being Backstreet's born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling and betting, so it is advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. Is she gonna pull the gacha for me? She tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals even. There's nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass. Typical woman.
난 당신이 우리의 관리자가 된 데 이유가 있다고 믿어. 분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지. 그때 버릇을 조금만 내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올 생각을 하니?
So they fully expect me to be from the nest. How do they know? She does have sociability, I give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐. 예, 다음은 네 차례야.
Are they really gonna introduce them all?
안녕하세요.
Oh, it's Sinclair.
시시해. 그게 끝이야?
싱클레어라고 해요.
Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, the sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as small as spilled innards at first. Mild. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with the sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. It says Vogel, or Vogel, which is bird. A little bit annoying that I can't enter my way out of the screen. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요? 회사는 처음이라.
뭐 앞으로 남은 날은 많을 테니까. 그럼 거기 괴짜 친구가 다음 타자하자.
이상이라 하오.
Yi Sang, formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing. The Sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversation with the Sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Are they calling me dumb? Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own, however. If the Sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he's currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. That's it?
이상이요.
I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something. But he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요. 저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Ishmael. Hers. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of our sinners, but do not worry, this sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She's likely to make reasonable judgments, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you must forget, this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it will be a difficult task to regain her trust. I can give her my Moby Dick.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서. 히스클리프, 멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Heathcliff, revenge. The sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. God, the purple on the screen is really bad. Why did they choose this color? His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. His branchness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. In a fit of If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resource Department. Do we have one? Once you realize that he's the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him. Guess, yeah.
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만 당신도 조심하라고. 나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는 사람한테 알레르기가 있거든.
I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 동키호테일세.
Alright, that's like... already I'm won over by Don. Don Quixote. There's no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionado of all things fixer. She adorns herself with a variety of fixer-related merchandise. Are these her badges on her clothes then? They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there's no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She's deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission. Play along, yeah.
그대와 함께 꿈을 향해 달려갈 해결사지. 잘 부탁하네.
A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해 줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는
No.
자들이지.
No, please.
아, 도시에 대해서도 제대로 기억하지 못하겠군. 도시는
Stop.
나는 가벼운 인사를 나누라고 했던 것 같은데.
Yes, I know what the city is, and if the person watching this doesn't know what the city is, they should go back and play Lobotomy Corporation first, then Rena, and then this. You owe it to yourselves. Two very good games.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 다음.
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요. 우리.
Honglu. Oh, I like his color scheme. The cyan. A sinner who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for free life, but occasionally he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner or other aspects of the lowlife's lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신 그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가 보죠?
No, this isn't that kind of...
제 취향은 아니지만.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. Why does he get irritated so easily? But when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
Oh yeah. Ryoshu. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as the executive manager. But with some creeds, you will have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed that the sin in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with an euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act and a step backward for art. Caution! The sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. Can I just regularly breed her then? Is that alright?
요르슈쿠.
That was a pun, but it gets lost a little bit. I mean, she started talking Japanese there, but at what point was it supposed to laugh?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Mersault. One's clear and concise commands requiring no judgment on his part. Oh, I love this introduction. It's great. I also like his design actually. You're pretty polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다. 그저 보통의 태도입니다.
I'm almost touched. Merci.
네.
It felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. Maybe because it's so much. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting.
저는
I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽히려다니. 당치다 본인은
요.
오티스라고 합니다. 이전에 실례했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
Otis. The sinner could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She's an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of the sinner is not permitted. Warning! Keep an eye on the sinner and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. Interesting. Rudeness?
이거 참 마음마저 이렇게 넓으실 줄이야. 역시 처음부터 저희를 이끄실 분이라는 걸 한눈에 알아봤습니다.
Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 마찰을 이끌어내지만 그중 소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득이 되는 경우가 있다고 합니다. 검을 날카롭게 벼르기 위해선 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼 누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다. 편히 써주시기를.
She seems a little bit too enthusiastic there, I think. That's reassuring, thanks. I gave an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
I think I see now.
제가 마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Walpurgisnacht. Huh. It's a certain event in like parts in Germany where like they celebrate witches and stuff. It's pretty much the German Halloween, but it's just not celebrated anymore, really. The sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, or Mephistopheles? I don't know. The bus operated by Limbus company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find a high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there's no hope of her parting with it ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out? I have several uses for her already.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
Wow. That is... okay.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테. 괜찮습니다. 경험을 통해 차차 이해할 수 있을 거예요.
What?
파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실 말이에요. 관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
Okay.
소개는 여기까지.
Yeah, that was really a lot.
단테, 당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
It's a little bit too much story for the first introduction, I think. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테. 당신은 지금 소개받은 이 12의 수감자와 함께 지옥을 기행하게 될 것입니다.
The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
Well, I know exactly what I did in my previous life, so...
지옥의 끝에는 보물이 기다리고 있으니까 그렇게 말하면 되겠습니까?
I don't... You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣질 못하는군요.
이해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를 물은 것도 아니죠.
Ooh. Is he threatening me now?
기억과 머리를 되찾고 싶다면 제 말을 들어야
okay.
할 겁니다.
Yeah, but what happened to begin with that I lost mine? I mean, I do want it back, but...
미적거리네요.
파우스트 씨, 단테가 계속해서 거부하면 우린 어떻게 되는 거지? 거부할 거란 예상은 없었잖아.
I never said I don't want to cooperate.
무슨 말씀을? 파우스트는 모든 것을 예상한답니다. 단테, 모든 임무를 마치고 나면 당신은 성의를 새길 수 있을 거예요. 제가 보증하죠.
aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make my choice.
보이죠? 고개를 끄덕이잖아요.
좋아. 계속 가면 되겠어.
Yes, please.
그런데 카론, 아까부터 왜 출발을 안 하고 있지? 졸았나?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아, 베르.
Some of them do fall asleep while driving, but they don't make it long.
매피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
카론, 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 알려야 한다니까.
Maffy? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스. 이 버스의 이름이자 버스를 구동하는 엔진의 이름. 그리고 파우스트의 심혈을 기울인 역작이죠.
What does the chorus mean? I know magnum opus, which is like their basically like a lifetime achievement, the best thing they've ever done. But
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가 아닐 수 없지. 그렇게 생각하지 않습니까, 단테?
I wasn't sure where he was getting at. Pardon me, I'm so tired. I've been awake far too long tonight. As I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새끼들이군. 마침 잘 됐습니다, 단테. 지휘를 연습하기는 더할 나위 없는 조건이군요.
Yes, please let me fight.
단테, 처음 전투에서는 생략한 부분이 많았어요.
I don't care. I can figure it out. Don't
제대로
worry.
설명할 시간이 없었으니까요. 하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이루어지면 우리는 항상 도륙날 거고 당신은 우리를 살리기 위해 의미 없는 고통을 느껴야만 하겠죠.
I don't think it was my strategy that killed us. Pain, revive. You mean what happened earlier was...
네, 당신이 시계를 돌려주었기에 우리는 살아나는 거랍니다.
Am I the clock man?
당장 필요한 설명은 아닌데 자잘한 담소는 나중에. 너희들 전원 하차.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
No, please. Please, we fought enough for me to get it. Just explain it well. What game is going on? Alright. To battle, or do I click one? Okay, I can select 5 sinners. No, I can select 2 apparently. No. Oh, I'm supposed to select the ones it wants me to select. I get it now.
최선을 다해볼게.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
There's a lot of loading screens in this. Okay. This time it's just regular rats. So that's easy, isn't it? What is speed?
自己紹介させてもらうがよ。
Speed is a random number chosen from within a given range each turn. Positions of units are rearranged every turn according to their speeds. Those with lower speeds are replaced at the front, making them easier targets. Can I do something with your speed? No. Oh. Okay, we'll do that. No, wait. We'll do that. Are we? Am I? Yeah, I guess. Will I? Yeah. Whatever.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보자.
I don't think I need to overthink this yet. The game will tell me if I am ever able to like target properly. Before using a skill, characters will flip coins to determine its final power value. Higher power means higher damage. You don't say. The number of coins indicates how many attacks are made. 2 coins means 2 hits. Before using a skill, characters will flip coins to determine its final power value. Higher power means higher damage. Usually if a coin lands on heads, its power will be added to the skill's power. Looks like the skill will be strengthened this time. The added power persists over to the next coin toss. At the start of each turn, a skill slot will be added for a sinner that has yet to receive an additional one. Okay. When a sinner and the target both use attack skills, a clash occurs. Oh shit, I clicked that away too quickly. In a clash, the power of 2 opposing skills is compared, and the side with greater power wins. The gauge and text shown at the top of the screen predict the odds of winning. This? Or like the... I guess the arrow. Let's go down.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Alright. No one there. Do they take no damage on a blocked attack? Wow, that was good. One of them is down. The blue orb next to a character's health bar is an indicator of the sanity or SP. The sphere on the unit's right indicates their sanity or SP. It has a range of -45 to +45. Units with higher sanity have a higher chance of their coin flips being beneficial. Defeating enemies boosts sanity, while allied deaths will harm sanity. Enemy units at low sanity may fall into states of low morale or panic, which I guess they have right now. You can view the effects and elements of a unit in the indicated area. Oppression cannot act for this turn. When hit, flees battle after the attacker's skill has finished. Interesting. All your foes have fallen into panic. Now's our chance. Give us orders at your discretion. Green. Double blue. Green. Green. Oh, triple blue. No. Go for double blue. Or do I go... Let's go triple blue and then we can go like triple dark blue as well. Oh, I accidentally went double blue instead. Well, whatever. It happens. They're dead anyway. They fled. Does this mean they're dead, or did they win or not? God, so long. Gotta cut this apart. You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away save for one, though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
걱정할 건 없습니다. 마침 가야 할 길이었으니 가론.
발판을 꽂고 신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
Please just let me get to a menu now. I just want to pull the gacha. Fucking hell, if you need to reroll this. How annoying is this? Oh, okay, let's go to battle again. I guess the second tutorial battle is upon us. Someone's talking in the background, but I don't know who or why. Good, we're fighting again. Please form a chain of skills. I have more to teach you. Of course you do. Attack types and affinities. Skills have two major properties, the attack type and sin affinity. The attack types are slash, pierce and blunt. The sin affinities are wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride and envy. Combined with resistance, attack types and affinities determine the damage of skills. At this part here you can check the attack type and sin affinity of the skills your sinners will use. Up here. Okay. You can see the resistances and weaknesses of each unit up here. This hooligan is vulnerable to slash attacks, which I'm using one of right now.
좋은 전략이네요.
Oh, it's all going on at once now. What's happening there? You also have defensive skills at your disposal. Defense skills only activate when a unit is subject to an unopposed attack. Thus, it's effective when being targeted by multiple foes. Unlike attack skills, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. Press Gregor's portrait. Guard creates a shield with health equal to its power value. This shield will absorb incoming damage first. Using guard multiple times in a single turn will have it activate against an equivalent number of attacks. Good, the guard skill has been generated. Let's do the same for counter skill. Press Rhodia's portrait. Unlike other defense skills, counter has an affinity and will generate its corresponding sin resource. When using counter, the character will launch an unopposed attack after being hit. Using multiple counters in a single turn will increase the number of incoming attacks that the unit will strike back. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Let's generate an evade skill. Be so kind as to press Faust's portrait. Yours. When using evade, the character will dodge if the evade's final power value is greater than or equal to the incoming attacks. The attack will hit with full force if the evade's power is lower, so be careful. Using multiple evades in a single turn will increase the number of possible reuses. These skills have been generated without a problem. Now utilize them and continue the battle. Your goal is to eliminate all of our enemies.
좋은 전략이
Whatever. I don't quite get it yet, but I assume it's gonna come naturally soon. Rolling high on my evades. Guess they're all attacking Faust. Am I just allowed to fight now? Can I decide on like the order of things? Oh. I swear I looked into the videos that like explain the battle system, but I forgot just how it works. I believe they're all dead now though.
잠시만요.
Give me a second. Okay.
뭐죠?
저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요. 그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속 의미 없는 폭력만.
의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지 않소.
Yeah, I agree.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요. 아무튼 이런 용역 폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요.
Wait a second. What was written in your contract? Like, what did they tell you were gonna do?
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Yeah.
퇴사는 허용될 수 없답니다.
Okay.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도
그 당연히 효력이 있죠. 애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까.
네?
설마 제가 메피스토 팰레스를 그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같았나요?
메피는 항상 배고프다. 그래서 울어.
The basket's hungry?
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때 생기는 부산물. 여러분은 그걸 통해 강해질 수 있어요. 이상 씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠? 거울 속에서 모든 가능성을 끄집어낸다면
성장 또한 제약이 없어. 거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가.
Interesting. They're talking about E.G.O. Possibilities? You draw what exactly? The bucket, Dante! The bucket! Come on! It's not the first time I hear about this. Or maybe it is for him. Oh, we're finally in the main menu. Oh my god. You know what this means? This means there's a cut here. Alright, short intermission here. This is the Lambda from the future. I've already recorded way more episodes than this, but this is gonna be on the second episode. Even though I already recorded episode 3 and 4, I think, so whatever, you don't need to get it. Long story short, I think I've accidentally skipped a tutorial, and I didn't realize that there was more to the tutorial than just tutorials. Rather, there was story still. I only realized when I played the game on my own, on my phone. It's really easy to skip though, you just press skip at the top right and it skips the whole thing. Everything, every explanation, every single battle that is part of the tutorial and so on. That's not good, Project Moon. Just please. I don't know how they could do it differently though. Whatever. Each character has a skill set. This is the list of skills from which they draw. Press a character to open the info tab. Yeah. Okay, I couldn't check the other skills because just pressing once advanced the tutorial. Each senior controller has their own group of skills. A number of them from those skill sets will be randomly selected and deployed on the dashboard. These. Used skills are treated as discarded from the set. It's like a card game. They will not reappear until every other skill in the skill set has been used, thus refilling it. Similar to a card game. Additionally, attack skills have an offense level. In clashes, the difference in offense levels may affect the outcome. Yeah, but what's the offense level? Like, you should show me this on the skill and not just in text, you know, that would be better. That should cover the basics of your sinner skills. Now give them your orders. We'll see if we can, like, Faust, shut up. I don't need you right now. Go away. Why do you not have like a single, like a click away axe up there? What is growth? Is that the power? Is this the power? What is going on? Why is this not explained when hovering over it? I have no idea. You know what? Let's just continue. What's the point of this?
행동을 개시합니다.
We're gonna win anyway. This game is freaking easy so far. But I'm sure I'm gonna eat my words sooner or later. Besides skills, your sinners have passive abilities. Sinners in battle have their combat passives active. Sinners who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with the support passives. To put fear into practice, activate the passive by chaining 2 pride skills. And pride is... which one exactly? I sure wish it would tell you instead of just being color-coded. Is there a way to tell? Anyway? No? Nothing to hover? Hey, these are the passives. Look. She wants to activate hers, right? It's the only one that only needs 2. Deal plus 10 damage against units with negative status effects. I don't know, is it the blue stuff? Looks blue here. Looks like the crystal thingy, the blue crystal thingy, but so I guess it's these two at the end. No, they have different symbols. This one has like multiple swords, this one has a single sword each. But the number is the same. Not the number. The color. Also the symbol in the really top left. Why does it have different... like, why does the icon look different, but it's the same type of attack? I'm in a very criticizing mood today, did you notice? Anyway, this activates Analytical Eye. It tells you here, it also pops up in the top left. Take a look at the top left. This is good UI design. Not explaining things to you is a bad UI design. Also, this whole thing is, in general, just very, very messy. This portion will indicate what passives are active. This one. Okay.
금방 다녀올게.
Alright, it's not like 10% more damage is that much, but I guess I take it, and I might need it later on. Also, I won. Wave 2, of course. Our current encounter comes in multiple waves. Yes. To help with this, your sinners possess powerful skills called E.G.O, manifested by resonating with their emotions. To use E.G.O, you need affinity-based resources. You can view the resources you currently have stockpiled here on the right. I think you get them by using attacks. As this is your first time trying to hand it E.G.O, I've collected the necessary resources for you. Having a slight stroke. This is a special power, so you'll need to gather them on your own from now on. Sinners who can use E.G.O will be highlighted. How? We're not highlighted. You have an arrow above your head. This is not a highlight, this is an arrow. E.G.O skills must be generated on the dashboard, much like defense skills. Please press and hold. Press the icon of the E.G.O you will use. This can also be used to cancel the ones you've generated. E.G.O is powerful equipment that manifests by resonating with your sinner's emotions. To use an E.G.O skill, you need sin affinity based resources. Whenever you use an attack skill, you gain a resource matching its affinity. E.G.O corrosion. On top of requiring affinity based resources, E.G.O takes a toll on a sinner's sanity. At low sanity, the sinner might suffer from E.G.O corrosion. Sinners corroded by E.G.O will ignore your commands, so ensure that your sinners are in good mental health. Take your meds, I guess. After using an E.G.O skill, its passive ability will activate on the next turn and further empower the sinner for the rest of the battle. Make good use of the variety of passives that E.G.O has to offer. Can I check before I use your E.G.O? I can't check because the game doesn't want me to click on Faust anymore. It just wants me to use the E.G.O. Representation Emitter. AoE. And after the attack it heals 6 SP for all allies. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna use as much dark blue as possible because... oh. Only 2 dark blue, but we can go like this. We have 2 light blue and 2 dark blue and 2 purples. I wish I could decide who she attacks with this. Since it's AoE, but apparently only goes against 2 targets? I don't know. Attack skills can be single target or multi-target, the latter are called AoE skills. Seems the E.G.O that's about to be in play has an AoE skill. Area of effect. Targets of area of effect skills are divided into 2 categories, the main target and sub-targets. Clashes with AoE skills can only occur from the chosen main target. If an AoE skill loses its clash, the attack will be cancelled for every target. That's not good. Sub-targets are determined by the targeting range of the skill. AoE skills target enemy skill slots. Each AoE skill has a set number of targets. Each slot has a target capacity, which can take up multiple targets from an AoE skill. In regular combat, an enemy is only attacked once by an AoE skill, even if the unit is taking up multiple targets. What? Against abnormalities, the slots on their body parts are only attacked once, even if said slots are taking up multiple targets. Why do they have to overcomplicate things again with the mass target effects, the mass target attacks, and the AoE attacks? And it could be so easy, but I don't know if it's the phrasing or if I'm just dense. Well, I am dense a lot of the time, but still, it is pretty easy if you get it. It was the same in Ruina. Once you understood it, it made sense, but the explanation was always so convoluted. And that's not just me. I think the wording and some mechanics in Ruina have genuinely filtered a lot of people. When in actual fact it isn't even that hard a game, is it? It is infinitely easier than Lobotomy Corporation. Alright, here we go. Faust knows all outcomes. Does she also know all that comes out? Oh, 59 damage. Utilizing E.G.O will be an important part of your strategy. Before we proceed, allow me to introduce you to a useful feature. You can now let the game change skills for you. Chains will be automatically chosen depending on what button you press. Damage and win rate auto-chaining. Win rate picks skills that are most likely to win clashes. Damage, as the name implies, picks skills that can hurt your enemies the most. Auto-chaining is only available on stages where you've cleared the X conditions. Note that auto-chains are not necessarily the guaranteed optimal solution. It's just a straight line for both of them! Whatever. There's not that much options yet, right? So I can understand if the game keeps it simple. It will get harder. I have hope still.
예상보다는 조금 우수해졌군요.
Victory. Don't mind my level. Again, this is in the future. You're gonna go back to the past in the next episode. And then sometime after that you will catch up. There was some story to that, so we're gonna watch the story now. Both the pre-battle and the post-battle. I don't know if I'll edit this to be pre-battle and the other one to be post-battle, or if it will stay that messy. But yeah, let's just take it. Let's take the pre-battle.
그렇군요. 이런 걸 의미했던 건가요?
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마엘. 버스가 향하면 자연히
시정잡배 같은 일보다 중요한 걸 맡게 될 거야.
Oh yeah, because she was worried that what they were doing was just, I guess, too simple and not lawful enough in a way.
목표에 도달하는 게 마음을 재촉하고 있겠지만 참아보라고.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까 기억이 조금 더 쉬워졌을 거예요.
Wait, this works by whisking out one of our limitless possibilities from the mirrored world. Are we... What?
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
뭐야, 그거 좀 위험해 보이는데? 이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
But have you ever taken a warp train before?
여러분은 테세우스의 배가 아니에요. 인격과 기억을 빌리기는 하겠지만 주도권을 잃도록 설계되어 있지는 않아요.
거울에 비치우는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나 거울 밖을 벗어나면 거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
That's deep.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요. 거울 세계의 다양한 가능성을 가장 효과적인 타이밍에 더 씌우는 일을 하실 테니.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
Where's Gregor when you need him?
네, 일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서 알았대?
주워들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었거든.
변신이라.
Which is metamorphosis German.
담소는 끝났나? 일단 길부터 뚫자고. 어차피 지겨울 정도로 붙어 있을 테니 못다한 말은 나중에.
And the post-battle. There was some other stuff in between as well. Like the game was showing you how to extract sinners and how to equip new identities, basically. But I'm gonna show you that in the next episode. So yeah, next Friday. Let's watch this. There should be an intro video somewhere.
길이 열렸어.
I think we're gonna get it here.
하지만 베르, 메피가 달리기만 했어도 길은 뚫렸을 거야.
Huh? What did I fight for then? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Vigilius stepped in.
진정하시죠, 단테. 걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게 달리기를 시킬 순 없지 않겠습니까? 걸어볼 기회가 있다면 직접 걷고 나서 달리셔야죠. 그리고 단테,
I kinda like the way he says my name now.
당신은 관리자. 저들의 관리를 하는 게 업무입니다.
Fuck, if I'll ever have a son, I'll try my best to just name him Dante. Such an epic name, isn't it?
나는 길잡이. 어디를 가고 어떻게 개척할지는 내가 판단합니다. 알겠습니까? 토달지 말라고.
Jesus. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
째깍거리긴 하는데 뭐라고 하는 거지? 파우스트 씨.
별말 없었습니다.
긍정을 성대하기도 하는군. 앞으론 고개만 끄덕여도 좋습니다, 단테.
그럼 메피, 출발하자. 야호.
결혼 기분이 어때?
매우 신나. 날아갈 것 같습니다, 카론.
좋아.
She's so cute, I like her. So where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
말했던 것 같습니다만, 단테.
But just where are we going? With his sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. It's a huge bus.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
Alright. I think that was the moment I was waiting for, actually. That was the magic happening right there, the hype going on with the intro. They make very good intros and very good cinematics, and like the choice of music, while understandably is subjective, whether you like it or not, I think it's still pretty well chosen with like the further continuation with Millie and I think EIM, Studio EIM and stuff. And there are a few things in this intro that were kind of interesting. Just at the end, for example, in the top left, there was like a population counter that was steadily going down, which I think that's actually quite fitting for the city. Anyway, I'm very sorry about the messiness of the end of this episode. You should have noticed by now that like I recorded on the day it released and I wanted to get a video out. So I recorded for an hour, but I had to stop because I didn't have a lot of time. So I quit out of the game. And it didn't save. I quit at the point where I said I have to cut here. So when it told me to go extracting, I quit out of the game. In the evening, I restarted the game again. I wanted to continue recording after editing the first episode, like the first half an hour. And then it started again at the very beginning, and I just pressed skip. It skipped the whole thing. And it doesn't tell you what it skips, really. It just shoots you out at the lobby, and then you think you can just continue in chapter 1, right? Alas, I should have told this, I should have said this before, like earlier, I don't know. Again, it's very messy. That I only noticed what I was missing when I was playing on my own, on my phone, because there's also no way to just reset this as easily. You can delete your account information, but it says something along the lines of it can be restored within 7 days, so I don't know if you can even start a new account in that time or not. And I didn't want to fuck anything up for my Steam account. Not with the way these games can go. I just thought, alright, I can do this some other way. This is the first proper episode of Limbus Company, and it will give me time to create an intro. Maybe even already an outro. I don't know if I'll have an outro ready for this. I have an idea for the intro. I like to get a little bit creative with these series. I'm not a fan of like these long in and outros for Let's Plays in general, but I think if it's like a weekly thing, if it's like a certain format, it can work. It can really get you into the mood. It gets me into the mood when I'm recording and when I'm editing. I will get a little editing helper again in the form of one of the characters, or maybe a few of them. I don't know. If it's a few, that's always related to a lot of, well, effort I have to put in, really. So yeah. I hope you're enjoying this. At this point, I've already seen the reactions to my first episode, and I'm very, very glad so many people have watched it. And it is really a very huge amount of people. I think at this point it's more than 4,000 views, which is crazy because, well, a good running series gets about 100 over the course of a few days. And that's already a huge number in my opinion, considering where I started especially. But of course, releasing a video about Limbus on the release day, I shouldn't have expected anything else. I don't know. Some people will have stayed, other people will have dropped this by now. Most of you won't even get to the end of this episode where I'm ranting right now. But that's just the way it is, and I understand that because I hate listening to myself, so why would I expect strangers to do it for me? Don't do it if you're doing it right now. Turn the video off, because I'm about to end. Goodbye.